Greetings and salutations, dear viewer. Naka Teleeli here, and I'm here to give you just a little bit of a rundown about this channel and how this channel works. Just kind of a heads up to all the new people that we've got here. It's been about 6 months since I did one of these, and with any luck, this'll be the last. I really don't want to have to keep bugging you guys with these every so often. I just really want to keep all the new people informed. But that said, welcome to the channel. This is a Let's Play channel, which means what you get here are video game playthroughs with commentary, designed to be entertaining, maybe not necessarily funny, but entertaining. We do our best to be informative and knowledgeable about the games we're doing, and just have a good time. So if you're looking strictly for gameplay, this is not the place to be looking. Not only will I play games myself, but I'll occasionally be accompanied by my good friend Elemental Ogre as well. And I'm surprised so many people are still asking about it, but for those of you wondering if Silenoy is ever going to be coming back, I'm sorry, she will not. She tried her hand at Let's Plays, and it just really wasn't her thing. I haven't even spoken to her in like a year anyway. Now, Let's Plays aren't the only thing on this channel. I also have a First Impressions series called Maiden Reactions that I do once a week. It's streamed live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, usually, unless some other circumstances arise. I make a little promo video talking about this every week just before it starts, so you know what game I'm going to be doing. The actual video is always uploaded to YouTube as well, and that'll be about a week later that I actually upload it. Now, a great deal of the games that I've actually done for the Maiden Reactions have been gifted to me by all of you, and that's just fantastic. Now, if you can find me on Steam, go ahead and send me a friend request, but make sure that I know that you know who I am. I don't want to just approve everyone that's sending a million friend requests to everybody they find out. If you actually know who I am, and that I'm a guy on YouTube who does things, I am more than happy. A real easy way to do that is to just join the Vagrant Epochers Steam group. Now, I do upload on a very strict schedule. I upload once a day, every day, and I generally rotate between 3 different series. There's a co-op series that I'm doing with Elemental Ogre. There's a solo series that I'm doing that's generally a little bit larger and more involved. And then there's a second solo series that I'm doing, which is generally a lot of smaller, shorter games. So if you're looking for a specific series, it'll be uploaded once every 3 days because of the 3-series rotation. Now, reaching just a little bit outside the strict channel here, we've also got a couple other things kind of helping out and being involved with the channel. Like, I do have a Twitter account where I frequently talk about inane things like why I'm having trouble getting the next video uploaded, and why my controller decided to stop working. I also have a DeviantArt account where I've put up a fair number of drawings that I've done, including a full-resolution drawing of my personal avatar, Miss Naka the Honey White. I used to take commissions back in the day, and I would like to get back into that, but I just don't have the time nowadays. There's also a forum to accompany all of the Let's Plays, a forum I created called the Vagrant Epochers. There's a rather large community there, and you can also go there, not only to chat with them, hang out with them, and talk about all kinds of crazy stuff, but there's also a specific section dedicated specifically to my Let's Plays and projects that I'm working on. In fact, this is pretty much the only place I've posted any information about the game I'm working on myself right now. It's a slow project, though, and I only tackle it when I've got the chance to, so it probably won't be coming out anytime soon. Now, a link to all of those is actually available in the banner along my YouTube channel page. I'll also go ahead and link them in the video description to this video. But one other thing that I'm involved in, that I occasionally do something on the channel about, is the Moonhawk Studio Presents podcast. The weekly promo video also says who we're going to have on the podcast, who we're going to interview, and what we're going to be talking about. So just give a quick look to that weekly promo video, and you get to see all kinds of stuff that we're going to be doing that very evening. Now, the podcast is most certainly not my own. That honor goes to Mac Paladin and Shard Shinjuku. Ogre and myself are merely co-commentators. But it's still a lot of fun. They've got a website for that as well, and I'll go ahead and link that in the video description as well. Now, rule-wise here on the channel, I don't really have that many actual rules, more just a heads up about how I react to things. First up, I do not take requests for Let's Plays. Any series that I get involved in, I want to make absolutely certain is a series that I'm going to enjoy and that I'm going to have fun with. If I can extend that joy and fun to all of you, it'll make all of you enjoy yourselves a lot more. And I don't want to get involved in something that I just have no idea what I'm in for. So whenever I do a game, I carefully look at it and make sure it's actually something that I personally want to do. I'm the final say-so on what I do. Now, I don't take requests, but if you know about any just obscure games that you think maybe I don't know about, I am willing to listen to that. I'm always happy to hear about games and extend my knowledge of gaming. Now, really, though, this does mean if you're telling me about something that I probably already know about, like, say, Super Mario 64, then you're kind of wasting your breath a little bit. Don't think of this as a gateway to trying to get a Let's Play out of me. As I said, I'm the only one that decides that. Next up, I do not accept friend requests. In fact, I don't even know how friend requests work anymore. There's no option to send them to people, but I keep getting them, so that just makes me think you're all a bunch of hackers. But that said, I do reserve that specifically for actual good friends of my own. I don't want to approve every friend request that comes my way, or they'll very quickly become meaningless. Believe it or not, I'm really not very social. I don't like going out and talking to people, I don't like meeting new people, I don't like idle conversation, and I've even had people tell me that, oh hey, I'm exactly the same way, we've got a lot in common, we should talk for a while. And what that tells me is that you are actually social, you just haven't met someone that you're comfortable talking to. I'm actually very not social. I don't like talking to people. I don't like hanging out with people. I'm a recluse and a hermit. Don't be afraid to contact me, though. I mean, I love getting, like, private messages here on YouTube, and I don't always have the chance to respond to every one of them, but I do actually like knowing that all of you are out there and appreciate what I'm doing. But what this extends to is that I will not do any cameos in anyone else's videos, and I don't like having cameos in my own videos. I like handling everything exactly how I like to handle it, and adding in a wild card like that just completely throws me off and makes the whole thing unpleasant for me. The only reason Elemental Ogre and myself can get along as well as we do is because I have actually known him for longer than I haven't known him. We have been friends for a very long time. But because of this amount of control that I like to have, it also means I do not give shoutouts. If you ask, hey, could you mention my name in a video? I'm sorry, but no. And if you ask, could I participate in one of your videos? Could we do a video together? No offense. Absolutely nothing personal, but no. It's just something that I not only don't get enjoyment out of, but I find very unpleasant. Now, I said that's generally just how I react to things. The only real rules I have on the channel are in general, don't be a jerk. If you start causing trouble, I'll probably yell at you a little bit. And the biggest pet peeve of my own is do not post spoilers. I don't care how inane the plot is, I don't care if it's just a game mechanic, I don't care if you think it was obvious, I don't care if you put a giant spoiler tag, don't read this if you don't want to be spoiled, final warning, hullabaloo, don't post them, period. I will delete the comment and probably yell at you a little. If you try to fight me on this, I will probably block you. Okay, with that unpleasantness out of the way, there's actually a little more positive things that I'd like to talk about. First of all, I get a lot of people asking how I record, what we do to put these videos together. And there's a couple programs I use. I'll go ahead and start at the outside and work my way in. The headset I use is a reasonably expensive headset. It's a Razer Carcharius? Is that how you pronounce that? It's not as expensive as some headsets can get, but it is a very nice headset, and Elemental Ogre uses the same. It is still an audio jack headset though, and I would recommend in the future getting a USB headset. Now to actually record, it depends what we're recording. I'll use anything from Camtasia to Fraps to record directly off the computer. Camtasia has the added bonus of being able to record both the commentary and the game audio at the same time, even on Windows 7, which seems to hate letting you record system sound. Now, because I'm using an audio jack mic, Fraps does not record my commentary perfectly in sync with the video if I'm using Fraps. So that's actually where I use another program called CoolEdit 2000 to record my commentary specifically, and then I splice them together in the end. CoolEdit 2000 is a very old program, 12 years old now, but I imagine a program like Audacity would probably do pretty much the exact same thing. Now that's recording directly off the computer. If I'm going to record off of a console, which we are doing for Persona 4 right now, I have an AverTV AverMedia USB HD DVR. That's a mouthful. But it's actually a capture card that lets me hook the system up to it, which then hooks up to my computer, which lets me capture the footage directly. Now this also does not let me record commentary simultaneously, so once again I use CoolEdit 2000 and splice them together later. Now if I recorded something in Camtasia, then I can edit it in Camtasia. Now never overlook the editing phase of making videos. It's very important to crop out what needs to be cropped out to leave just the good solid stuff. That's if I record in Camtasia, though. The vast majority of the time I'm unable to edit in Camtasia, so I actually use Vegas Pro. Vegas seems to be able to handle MP4s and large files a lot easier than Camtasia does. I also export MP4 out of Vegas and upload that directly. However, to get the amount of compression that I like, as well as to keep the quality really nice, it takes me a long time to convert the videos to something that I can upload. A typical 20-minute video will take about 6 hours. For the occasional hour-long Maiden Reactions that you'll see that I had to run through Vegas, that'll be an all-day conversion. I kick it off when I wake up, and maybe it'll be done when I go to sleep. But that's how we go about recording. Now, something else I wanted to mention is people have asked me for advice on what to do to make better videos and get their name out there and do that kind of thing. And to get your name out there, I honestly cannot tell you what to do. I've never gone out of my way to advertise this channel or to try to get my name out. I'm very bad at marketing myself. I'm terribly bad. So really, in that regard, the best I can say is make the best videos you can, and if people like them, they will come. Now, as for actually doing everything you can to make a good video, there's really only a few bits of advice that I can give you. And the first is enjoy what you do. Do not torture yourself. If you're not having fun, the viewer is not having fun. On the other hand, if you're enjoying yourself, so is the viewer. The next bit is to always try to improve. Always look at your videos and see if you can find anything wrong that you could do better. Watch your videos back and see how much you enjoy watching your own video. If you find yourself getting bored, so will the viewer, and see what you can do to remove that boring part. You don't even have to upload absolutely everything that you record just because you did. I can't count the number of times that I've recorded something, stepped back and said that's just terrible, and then I'd do it again. And as an extension to this, never make excuses. Because it really doesn't matter how legitimate a reason you have for a glaring flaw in your video, viewers don't care. Say there's a really loud fan blowing in the background, and your parents don't let you turn it off. There's nothing you can do, you're not allowed to turn it off. But if you upload that video, viewers aren't going to care. They're going to hear that fan say, "This sounds terrible," and go find another video to watch. So make no excuses. It falls on you to do everything you can to improve your videos, even if it seems impossible to do it. And then the final thing I'd like to discuss is the future of the channel. You'll notice I do have a partnership. I'm going through a third party called Full Screen Entertainment, which allows me to put ads up on the videos and actually get revenue from it. Though I do have an actual job outside of making YouTube videos, right now the YouTube videos are still my primary source of income. And as such, it would help me out immensely if everyone would be kind enough to disable your ad blockers or add an exception for this channel into it. And though I mentioned I'm terrible at marketing myself, I would like to do my best to increase traffic through the channel. Which means for the longest time I've been completely object to doing more popular games and more popular game series. But as you can tell from the Minecraft series I did, I'm actually willing to bend that now, if I can think up an interesting way to do something, or a fun way to do something. There are still games out there that I will and will not do. As I mentioned before, I do have to get some kind of personal enjoyment out of the game. I have to like the game myself. And I don't want to bandwagon at the same time and just do a game because a million other people are doing it and it's the hot thing to do right now. And aside from maybe in the Maiden Reactions, but I also do not do blind Let's Plays. I like to be as knowledgeable and informed and experienced with a game as possible. I'm generally not too picky about the kind of games I do, but I will say a couple game genres that I'm not that fond of personally, so you probably won't be seeing any videos of them, are fighting games, horror games, racing games, and modern FPSs. But that said, getting back to the increasing of channel traffic, something that would be really awesome if all of you guys did is just like or dislike a video, comment on a video, favorite a video. In fact, comments help me in more than one way. Not only does it actually put a video higher in the search results, but the video comments are the chief reason why I still make these videos. I love seeing comments and reading about how people are enjoying my own videos. The more enjoyment people get out of what I put together, and the more I can see of that enjoyment, the more willing I am to get head forward with it. And then the final thing to mention is just a little bit about what's coming up in the future. To take up the co-op slot, we are, of course, still doing Persona 4. Though the main Minecraft series is done now, I will be doing a behind-the-scenes on Minecraft, where I can explain a lot of the plot, a lot of the decisions I made, and a lot of the work that I had to do to help put all of this together. I'm still a little bit surprised at how many people are misinterpreting the ending to Minecraft. And then finally, to take up my other solo slot, I'll be doing a smaller game here soon. That'll probably only last a couple videos, but after that I'll try to jump back into something a little bit bigger again. Something to keep all of you interested. I hope you enjoy what I've got ahead in the future. Until next time, everyone.